Well, hey guys, Silly Tuck here. Welcome back to an episode of ECW Extreme Championship Wrestling. This is, of course, Hardcore TV. We are on the go home for our TV special Hardcore Heatwave, maybe? No? Is it just Heatwave? It's just Heatwave, I think. It might be. I don't know. I might be wrong. Anyways, we're at the go home show for the next thing or whatever. My cats are fighting. It's actually really distracting. There's going on over there. We're in the Riley Center in the New York area region. Let's just run the show. So we're going to open up the show with an 82B as RVD talks about Raven's attack on him last week. Basically saying that doesn't matter how many guys Raven brings. RVD's gonna win. I think I've cut this promo before, actually. That's my bad. But, he's going to win. Doesn't matter how many guys you throw at him. He's the whole fucking show. Mr. Pay-Per-View. Mr. Saturday Night. Blah, blah, blah. ECW champion. The best there is. The best there was. The best there ever will be. The showstopper. Mr. WrestleMania. The dead man. The big dog. And the ace. And the ace killer. And the... all the nicknames we know Rob Van Dam by. All the great nicknames moving forward. We open up with a really damn good match as Taz beats Tracy Smothers in about 10 minutes by submission with a Taz mission. Had great wrestling, good heat, great way to open up here, get Taz a little bit of momentum building up, going back into his title match, which will be next week, next episode, confirmed. Taz, Kurt Angle, and I think up next is literally the announcement of what the other match on that card will be. It is Paul Heyman comes out. He makes a big announcement regarding the state of the Tag Team Championships. If you remember last week, Sexton, Christian Cage, the Suicide Blondes Drew with Lance Storm, Chris Candido, the Stormtroopers. Heyman says, fuck it, let's do something fun, let's do something unique. Triangle tag team match for the belts, Tornado. And that's your other match. So it'll be the Hardys defending their tag team championships against the Suicide Blondes and the Stormtroopers. I hope that is a mildly exciting thing in your head, because it is in mine, moving forward. Little Guido gets on the mic, and he says, anybody right now can come out here and fight me. It's bullshit last week. Chris Jericho, you son of a bitch, you caught me off guard, even though I knew about the match ahead of time. But that's okay. It doesn't matter. Chris Jericho, you cheated. You were on performance-enhancing drugs. Something never would an Italian be on performance-enhancing drugs. Disrespectful. And here's your match. Abyss fucking murders him. An extremely short match. Abyss defeats Little Guido in 4:11 by pinfall with a shock treatment. I don't even know what that is. I literally have no idea what finish that is. But Abyss comes out, just fucking runs over Guido. He looks pretty damn good, I think. I would hope. Afterwards, a 73B- as Abyss is in the ring with Percy Pringle, just kind of being intimidating. And Sabu appears on the stage and just looks on. And I think if there's any kind of track record with Sabu and just looking on, we know that looking on from Sabu results in some very not fun things, at least for the people he's fighting against. Maybe for a fan it does mean a lot of fun things, but it's obvious these two are on a bit of a collision course, if you will. The immovable force meets the immovable object. All the great calls. Why is that call even famous? It's fucking dumb. Anyways, move forward. Backstage, we have Tommy Dreamer, Buell, and McGillicuddy. They look like they're doing some media stuff or something like that. You know what I mean? A generic excuse for these two to be backstage as Sandman and Woman come out of nowhere, beat the shit out of both of them, and they're like, "Oh, you had it coming, Tommy and Beulah. Oh, you had it coming. You fucking losers. Just Sandman stuff. Here we have a Bit of a return match. It's Kurt Angle's first defense of his ECW World Championship, and it's a really damn good match as Kurt Angle defeats Tajiri at about 7:35 by submission. My cat's gone somewhere. With an ankle lock as Kurt makes defense from one of his ECW World title. Will that be the only successful defense? Will he win the belt, lose the belt, win it back, lose it, and then win it back? I don't know. I don't even know. I'm writing this shit and I don't even know. You're going to have to find out. You're going to have to watch next episode. Ignore this episode. Move on to the next one. Holy shit, go to that one. That one's going to be really cool. Please don't. My watch time thing is already pretty terrible. I always wonder when I look at my watch time or whatever, if like people click on my videos thinking they're like the actual pay-per-view and they're like, the fuck is this shit? You know what I mean? Like, why do videos that are like, WrestleMania something something, why do they do so much better than all the other ones? Like, seriously. Is it stupid people? Are people stupid? My cat wants to get out. Hold on. I'm gonna let my cat out. Give me like 2 seconds. You know, the supreme quality we have here. I'm not cutting this out. Out you go. Pick the bag up off the floor as well, you know, because we're just supreme content here on the channel. This other cat's still in here for some reason. You can't tell, I've got a lot of fucking cats. Yeah, but Kurt Angle wins, and then Taz appears on the stage. Kurt Angle invents a new catchphrase, and his new catchphrase is... that's the angle. Nope, that's awful. That's... You know... I don't know, okay? I don't know. He says a thing. Taz and Kurt Angle basically just hype up their match, do officially announce it is next week. It's a big rematch on somewhat short notice, but I'm pretty sure the quality of the match itself is going to carry the kind of lack of build to it, just because we already have kind of the build we had between the two of them. And now this newfound kind of respect adds a whole new dimension. We get a promo from the Dudley Boys on the tag team titles. They say, you know, Hardys, Suicide Blondes, Stormtroopers, you know, whoever wins that match, you better be looking out, because we beat Tosatsuba last week. In our book, that makes us #1 contenders. We're coming for whoever wins the triangle match next week. We're coming for our tag team titles. They're going to be back on our shoulders, around our waists, whatever. And we're going to do it, because, you know, when the Dudleys do what the Dudleys do, the Dudleys destroy. And then they leave. And then Devon goes back in and says, "Oh, my brothers, testify." Short little match here, just testing out Hayabusa. Hayabusa's really fucking good. An extremely short match, Hayabusa defeats Darren Drozdov in about 3.5 minutes by pinfall with a Phoenix Splash. Yeah, Hayabusa's really good at the whole professional wrestling thing. I'm very glad to have both him and Tajiri. If you can't tell, they were kind of both separated tonight to try to test some of their qualities. You know what I mean? Trying to figure out what they can do. Both of them performed extremely well. Hayabusa exceeded expectations. So did Tajiri, to be fair. Both of them are really good wrestlers, obviously. We get a promo here just before our main event. It's Mike Awesome. He's with Chastity. He's cutting a promo on Jerry Lynn. Main event tonight, by the way, it's Jerry Lynn 2 Cold Scorpio. Rematch from a couple weeks ago. I should have announced that, but whatever. It's a rematch from the Hardcore Heaven pay-per-view. Awesome tells Jerry Lynn to watch his back. You know, tonight, maybe he'll let Jerry walk. You know what I mean? Maybe if Jerry decides not to poke his nose in any more of his business, well, just maybe he'll let Jerry Lynn live, because it's an awesome world. Planet Stasiak, everybody. Oh, God, Planet Stasiak. No, but, you know, Awesome's like, "Oh, it's my world, Jerry. I can beat the fuck out of you and kill you and shit. So don't do it. Don't mess with me. I'm not going to mess with you tonight." And here's our main event. 67C+, as in a bet that had great wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. 2 Cold Scorpio draws with Jerry Lynn in 15:43 when the referee lost control of the match, when Shane Douglas runs in and attacks Lynn and Scorpio. That's right, Shane Douglas is back. He had a little bit of an injury. I don't know if anybody noticed he was gone. I think I did a pretty quiet job at writing him out, because he'd gotten hurt. He came right back, got hurt again, so I kind of just slowly wrote him out this time instead of a weird big announcement that didn't lead anywhere. And if you want some explanation on what Shane's doing for this attack, well, you're going to get it. Damn, that's a really good rating. He's very good. This was Kimona's first appearance. Huh, what do you know? Yeah, I didn't know she wasn't around before. Yeah, Kimona's with Shane Douglas now. But Douglas says, Scorpio, Lynn, he looks in the camera, Jericho, Raven, Abyss, Percy Pringle, your whole little degenerate clique of newcomers, except for you, Jerry. You're an old problem. This company is going through a bit of a major facelift over the past couple months. New faces, old faces, rejuvenated careers. Not at my expense. ECW is my company. I am the franchise. And I am, by divine right, the poster boy of this company. The would-be ECW World Champion. And Scorpio, you are a statement. I'd say it's nothing personal, but you made it personal by showing up on my turf, main eventing my shows. Nobody's even been aware I was gone for the past couple months. Did you know I was gone? Looks right in the camera. You didn't know I was gone. That's because of Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman wants to write people like me out of here because we don't fit with his new talent initiative, his professional wrestler narrative, you want to call it. Whatever bullshit he's storming up. You can see it everywhere. Look at the tag team divisions. The Dudley Boys were champions. They've been 6-time ECW tag team champions. Where are they? Now they're getting their opportunity. About 7 months after they last had a shot. They didn't get a rematch clause even. Don't check that. Your television championship scene is occupied by a white meat half-wit and a half-bit guy who thinks he's some kind of wrestling badass. I'll let you figure out which one is which. They both apply. Your main event scene is comprised of a new guy who, I'll give him credit, started here but jumped ship the moment he got the opportunity. And you can tell me I jumped ship, but here's the difference between me and Raven jumping ship. I didn't jump ship when it was convenient and easy. I jumped ship to try to bring more eyes to this product. I jumped ship to try to make people say, where did Dean Douglas come from? Where did the franchise come from? Not Raven. Raven left and never even mentioned this place, never mentioned a Paul Heyman, never mentioned you people to anyone down in Atlanta. Let me tell you why. It's because people are ashamed of this place. People are ashamed of Paul Heyman. He brings in these new old faces like Too Cold Scorpio and forgets about the real stars. Someone like myself. Hell, you want to talk about real stars? Rob Van Dam has crusaded for the past year or so to completely rewrite what this company's about. He wanted to take away hardcore extreme wrestling, the very thing that you people buy shows to come and see. And the moment he starts smiling about it and doesn't bang his drum every 30 seconds about it, the moment Steven Regal left and stopped preaching to the masses his new delusioned movement, we forget. You forget. I don't. People thought that maybe my time in the sunlight was done. No. You haven't even cracked the start of the franchise's potential. I'm talking sold out arenas, stadium shows. I'm talking the biggest professional wrestling company in the world with me and my boys. Lance Storm, Chris Candido at the helm. The triple threat is refocused. And every single one of you motherfuckers who want to stop the inevitable just got marked. And you've noticed. Step up or step down, step aside, step in the way, out of the way, doesn't matter. I will gun each and every single one of you down if it means making this place the best it can be. And there's your show. It's a 76B minus, up in 7. Hey, there's Vinny Massaro, known as... Is he a manager for LU now? Or is he, like, with the Crash? I don't know. He just tweets all the time. I just see his tweets. And I'm like, do I know you? Should I know you? And everybody's like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, nobody seems to know if people should know him. But he's definitely existent. He definitely is a guy who wrestles or wrestled. I don't know. Let's take a look here. Liger has an offer from New Japan. Looks like Liger might be going home for a bit. Okay. We did pretty all right there. If we quickly take a look. If you've noticed the weird influx of women, it's because everybody's fucking pregnant all of a sudden. That's not what I wanted to look at. That's medical. Think. History. Show history. If you check out our last rating here, we're up to a 0.11. We jumped from a 0.7 to a 0.11. We're over 83,000 viewers now on episodes of Hardcore TV. I'm very excited about that. Very, very much so. We're raking in that dough bit by bit, more by more. You know what I mean? We're starting to really feel that that income. I have to really quickly switch up. Broadcasting. What is the next event, actually? I should check schedule. I think it's Heatwave? It is Heatwave. So, Heatwave is our next episode. We're going to see the... God damn it, hit the wrong thing again. We're going to see the ECW World Tag Team Championships on the line, as well as the Television Championship. Yeah, I hope you guys are excited moving forward. I still like that that's weirdly like Tommy Dreamer's face. I can still see that. I don't know if anybody else can see that, but it looks like Tommy Dreamer's face. Like, there's the nose and there are the eyes. Just kind of weird. Anyways, yeah, Heatwave is our next show. It's our television special. Be sure to check out that. A little bit of an update on Cult since the show. I don't think we gained a point of pop this month. No, which shows that maybe we're starting to slow down the expansion, which is both good and bad because it means we're getting close to hitting Cult, but also means we're going to just take a little bit more time to get there. No matter, though, because we're going to get there. Don't you worry. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Silly Talk. Signing out.